This should be better. Yeah. I think that should be better now. Cool. Okay. I hope it is. Okay. Zombies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, how we doing? I just got things figured out. I was having some issues earlier, but I think I am good now. I think I'm doing a lot. Got everything figured out. How are you doing? Good. That's good to hear, zombies. I see you went with the very long combination of numbers just to make sure that there was no one else out there that could have your name. You have the only one in chronological order with 2 S's in zombies. You made sure that that name is yours and no one else is allowed to have it. That's a big power move, and I respect it. Respect that a whole lot. Very impressed. I'm very impressed. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I just I had some issues. I had to end the last stream I was doing. Change some settings. Everything seems to be going a lot better now, which is good. Which is what I want to hear. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Do you play the piano? I do play the piano. I'm a music producer, so I do a lot of music for my clients, or for videos, or other things that I might be doing. So yes, I do in fact play the piano. I wish I could play it right now, but since this is like a MIDI piano, you really can't hear it when I would play it, which is unfortunate. But yes, music is a lot of times on here. I do a lot of music playing in general. Sometimes we'll have the guitar out, and I'll take like song requests, and we do music, which is pretty fun. But yeah, love the piano. I'm not good at it though. Like, I can play chords pretty okay, but I never was taught properly, so I don't have the proper skill of sorts. But yeah, I like to play from time to time, for sure. Is that a fire? It is a fire, but it is not real. So I have what's called a flame bulb. So it's a bulb that emits a light that flickers like a flame would. And on top of that, I have a fire sound effect in the background. And I'm glad that you believe that it is a real fire, because I'm afraid it's a poor illusion. But it seems as if it is working. So hoorah! But yeah, I've been doing that for a while, where I have like a nice fire sound effect in the background, and then I have the flame bulb, which is kind of nice, and then I have this like real soft blue light um, over here. So gives a pretty nice relaxing illusion in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I could be living in a facade. But yeah, I think it's a relaxing sound and sight to see a fireplace going. I personally have always enjoyed a nice fire. We have a fireplace that we have at the house, but we have yet to, it's a gas one, but we have to run a pipe, which is unfortunate, which we haven't run yet. What is a facade? A facade spelled like this, but with a fancy French accent on the C, I believe. No, you're good, homie. It can mean a lot of things, but the way I'm using it is in terms of an illusion or a smoke screen, something that looks like something but is something else. Like in The Wizard of Oz, the wizard, was a facade because he wasn't real. He was just a man behind a curtain. That's what that means. Some people use it in different ways. But yeah. It is one of the few words that I have learned recently in my stuff. Hey, thank you for the follow, zombies 1 through 7. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the family. But yeah. And Silent Shot, thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate that, you guys. Happy to have you here. Absolutely. So you guys from the USA, or are you from different parts around the world? Because I've had a very large assortment of ethnicities and groups of people. USA. That's what I like. That's what I like to hear. USA, baby. Yeah, we love America. I have a lot of Brazilian people that watch. USA, USA. Hoorah. The other day I had like 6 Brazilian dudes hop on here and were requesting songs, and it was a blast, man. We played a bunch of music together. It was just, it was cool. It was pretty crazy. They were super nice. You could tell their English was very broken. But they were, overall pretty cool guys, for sure. We had a guy I streamed 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago or yesterday? I believe it was 2 days ago. BRB. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. We had a guy on here yesterday who hopped in, and he was from Brazil. And he spoke Portuguese, obviously. And I Google translated and learned the language on the spot to try to figure out what he was saying and talk back to him. And we talked for about 5 minutes of like broken Portuguese, and it was pretty fun, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I'm not, so I speak a little French, but my Portuguese is lacking, but it was it's very funny. He was a really cool guy, though. Yeah, it's crazy how like I could, there are some words that translate well into like all languages, there are some languages that blend in, like the Romance languages, like Portuguese and French and Spanish, and there's a couple other ones I can't think of. I don't think Italian is a Romance language. It might be, but yeah, they all have very similar words and roots, and so I can understand quite a bit of it because of my knowledge of French. But yeah, it was rough, but it was cool. I thoroughly enjoyed trying to. It was like I was a detective, trying to figure out what in the world this man's is talking about. Um, but yeah, language is such a cool thing. But yeah, I feel like this light needs to turn up a bit. I know a butt of Spanish. I hope you know the rest of it. Yeah, I took Spanish in high school for a bit, um, and I liked it. I just not my favorite language for sure. I didn't like the teacher, and that kind of ruined it for me. In all honesty. Yeah, this light's about to be really bright. Is that too much? That's too much. Yeah, I took Spanish in high school, and like I said, I didn't like the teacher, so it made it really difficult for me to like enjoy the class, and enjoy the language, because I would just despise the way she taught and despise the way the class was like going. Um, but yeah, it was. That's why I'm in college now, so now I'm taking French in college, and it makes it it's a little more fun because I like the teachers a lot more than I liked the teacher for Spanish in high school. But the French teachers at the college I go to are pretty cool. They actually like their jobs. They don't hate the kids that they are teaching. Well, actually, they might. Um, I actually might. They actually might hate the kids. It's very possible they might hate us. Um, but yeah, it is. I love languages. They're pretty fun, in my opinion. But I don't know. I think they're always interesting to know that some cultures speak completely different sounds and syllables, and yet they mean the same thing to them as it might mean that I'm saying to someone else in my language. It's like it's very interesting. All right, that's better. Now I don't have a mic in my face bothering me while I'm trying to speak. Um, but yeah, how are you doing, Silent Shot? You having a good day today? Is life treating you well? Is it everything you've expected today and more? Yes, indeed. Now, see, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that you've had a good day, because the world and our lives are divided into small segments of days, and it's best to make each one as enjoyable as possible. Makes life a little easier, in my opinion. Um, yeah, very cool. Glad to hear that. Um, I have been crazy busy all day. Um, I wasn't gonna stream today, but I'm like, no, I kind of want to. I kind of want to just relax for a bit online with some friends. And I woke up immediately did classes, and then I had to leave for work. I was at work for 4 hours, super duper busy. And then while I was at work, I had to do a bunch of things, and I ran home to finish up class, and then we have a new dog we're trying to like break in, and we have to give her a lot of attention, so it's just been crazy. I mean, I've just been super duper busy, but things are calming down now, so that's all that I care about. But the day was good, and if it ends good, and I thought it was good, then I think it makes it a good day, despite all the other categories and factors that might say otherwise. I would say it was a relaxing and nice day. Because I get to come home, I get to see my dog, I get to lay with her and play around with her, and then she likes to sit on my lap while we watch Netflix or something, depending on what we're watching. But she's a big fan of House MD. She loves the show. She'll sit there and watch it with me for quite a while. But yeah, she's the best. Makes any bad day pretty good. And pretty quickly too. I love dogs, man. They're just the best. We've had our dog for, it feels like 2 weeks now, I want to say. What kind of dog? She is a crazy mix of breeds. I'll show you a picture of her here. I'll pull it up on my phone here. She is mostly German Shepherd, but she is also a mix of hound and like pit bull and God, what else is she? Let me find a picture of her. Well, there's a video, I guess. Oh. She's just the sweetest little thing. She's got a fat, chubby little face. She's like pit bull, hound, German Shepherd, and we think some sort of retriever of some sort, but yeah, she's just the biggest sweetheart you'll ever meet. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Well, maybe. She would only hurt a fly when you're playing tug of war with her, because when she plays tug of war, she is ferocious, and you will lose a finger. No, she is just, I've never met a sweeter. She has so many moods throughout the day. Like when you wake up in the morning, typically she's kind of hyper to see you, and then she's real mellow throughout the day. And then when people start coming home from work, then she gets a little more excited, and then she mellows out. But once it hits like nighttime, oh boy, it's time for tug of war, and she is ready to wrestle and jump around and jump on you and just be a wrecking ball of dog, which I love, because she deserves the world, and she deserves all the attention, because she needs all of the attention. She can't survive without attention. My favorite thing about her is when we first got her, I had class at like 11:30, so I wake up at like 10:30, 11ish, to get ready for that. And every morning when it was just me and her in the house, she'd come outside my door and she'd scratch on my door a couple times, and then she'd whimper, and then she'd be quiet for a while, and then she would just start howling at the top of her lungs until I would let her in the room. I sleep on like a hammock bed of some sorts, and when I finally let her in, and I'm like, Libby, it is 7:30 in the morning, she will run in at full speed and jump on my bed with me. and lay there for like 20 minutes, fall asleep, and she will hear a creak downstairs, just a little noise, and she will immediately sprint downstairs, immediate dead sprint. She is gone, she is going downstairs, and then she doesn't come back, and then she just stays down there. So she just needs a little good morning love, and she's good for the day. But my God, is she just the cutest thing. I mean, she'll just, an absolute sweetheart. You can't ask for a sweeter dog. You really cannot. But yeah, she is just, man, a gift. A gift to the world. We've had her for, I want to say 2 weeks now. I can actually fact check myself here. And we will see how long we've had her, but it feels like we've had her for not so long. Oh wow, we've had her for, a little over 2 weeks, but 2.5 weeks. We've had her since September 19th. So yeah, that's almost 3 weeks. So that was pretty close. But it feels like we've had her for a day. It also feels like we've had her for, like, she's been a member of this household for forever. Typically in my house, we were very strict about, no dogs on the couch. You don't want to get the couch all scratched up, and we don't want to have a mess and on the couch and have to get a new one. But the first day she was here, she jumped right on it and laid in my lap, and I was like, no, you gotta go down. And then I felt really sad about it. And then we kind of like were on and off the fence of, do we let her, stay on the couch, or do we drop her on the floor? What do we do? And then one day the family left, and it was just me and her at home. And she was like whimpering because she had separation anxiety. She didn't want people to leave the house. And then she hopped on the couch with me, and then she stopped whimpering. I was like, okay, so just between you and me, it'll just be our secret, just me and you will hang out here. And then after a while, we just kind of accepted it, like, yeah, she's okay on the couch. So we kind of broke some rules because she is very stubborn, and when she's on the couch, she's an absolute adorable little cuddle bug. So she is just a dream. She is just the sweetest dog you'll ever meet in your entire life. And we're happy to have her be a part of the family. Like, she's just everything you can ask for, in a dog. I mean, my God. What else can you want other than a dog who plays, at one time, and then is ready to cuddle up to you another minute, and then is ready to hang out with you the next, and do all these, like, she's just so, she matches the energy of the room, which is just the best. It's just because the last dog we had, she was very I don't want to say lazy, but she didn't do much. She just kind of pranced around, and she would dance to her own beat. She really didn't want, she never wrestled, she never tug of warred, she never cuddled, she never played fetch or frisbee. She slept, she ate, she got into trouble, she'd dig into things, and I mean, we loved her, and we were sad to see her go, but it was like, she just didn't have a personality. So to have a dog like this come into the house and just be just a big ball of energy, it was like, oh my gosh, what a cutie. New pug, who dis? First of all, love the name. We were just talking about dogs. Second of all, hello, and welcome to the stream. We were talking about my new dog and how beautiful and lovely she is. But yeah, we went from our old dog being, doing nothing, to having no personality, to this dog who has all the personality. She is the head of the household. When she wants something, She gets it, and she's just the best. New pug who dis, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Do you have a pug? New pug who dis? I really hope so. But yeah, I think dogs are awesome. I've never, I've met a couple cats in my life that I've gotten along with and like enjoyed, but I've never found a cat that I was like, yes, this makes me want to go out and get a cat. But hopefully one day I will find that cat. No, of course I do. I have four pugs. I am envious. That's awesome. Pugs are adorable. My plan, when I move out and I have my own home and my job out where I'm moving to, I want to get a really ugly pug. I love ugly dogs. I love them because when you go to the shelter, the ugly dogs are never, brought home and loved on. So I want to get the ugliest pug that they have at the shelter. And I want to just give him all of the attention and love in the world. That's my plan. Because, my God, I love pugs. I love pugs and bulldogs and small, fat, ugly dogs. I love them. They deserve all the love in the world, and they're so cute to me. That's a good idea. I hope so, because it's always been my dream to be like, okay, we're going to the dog shelter. And they're like, well, we have this really cute dog here and these puppies. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So where is your ugliest dog? Like what dog just no one wants to take home? Like that's who I want. That's who I'm going to take home. They deserve every bit of love, Because I want an animal that represents me. Ugly. And no one, it's no one's first choice. But once they have it, they'll love them for the end, forever. That's who I want. I want the ugly dog. I am an ugly dog who just needs a family, and that's who I want. I'm talking like he's a slobberer. He's a mess. He's got one eye looking one way. He's fat. He makes weird noises. That's my boy. And I was gonna name him Squonk. Squonk in Norse mythology is a little creature who is so ugly that no one will play with him. And that breaks my heart. And I want my Squonk because I will play and love him forever. My pug is fat. Those are the best kind of pugs. Fat old little pugs running around with their tiny little feet. That's all I want in life. Is that too much to ask for? Man, I don't need $1 million. I don't need the most expensive cars. I just need a fat pug who is going to love me, and I will love him for all of his small, fat, tiny-legged, drooly, crooked-eyed life. It has to be on the diet. Oh no. Oh no. That fat, huh? What kind of a diet are we talking about? Like just less food or lettuce and kale? And no doggy biscuits after 10 o'clock. Go for a jog in the afternoons. Some push-ups in between doggy naps. Oh my God, I love dogs. God, I love dogs. So loyal. Like, I understand the love. I understand the love for cats. Less food. Aw, poor buddy. Hopefully, praying for your pug that he loses the weight. And that he's healthy. But I understand cat people. Like I get the idea behind cat people, But cats are just too bipolar for me. You know what I mean? Like, I've been petting cats like, I'd go to a friend's house and their cat would be really lovey towards me, and he'd hop on my lap, and he would fall asleep and purr, and it's like, oh, this is adorable. And then he'll just like look at me, and then just scratch me, and then run away, and then 10 minutes later he's back. It's like, that's not what I want. It's like, that's what my ex-girlfriends are for. I don't need that in a cat too, you know what I mean? Hello. I love you, colorful. What a cute name. Hello, and welcome to the stream. But yeah, man, I love animals. My God, they're just so cute. You can never go wrong with a nice, loyal animal. I love you, colorful. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. I love you, colorful. That's who I love. Yeah, but every person needs a loyal companion, whether it be another person or a dog or a cat or a bird. I love birds. I think they're the cutest things. I also love like rabbits and chinchillas and various other furry companions, or winged or feathered companions, perhaps. I'm not a big mice fan. There are people who love mice, or I'm not a big reptile fan either. Like, people love their snakes, but cuddling up with a snake more sounds like me losing blood flow, and or oxygen to my brain. Both things I need. So I'd rather it not come to that. But I get the hype behind it. You know, it's like, whoa, you know, I own a snake, you know. They're edgy and they're cool and they slither around, and it's like, I get that. And the reptiles they're cool, but I don't know. I'm definitely a love bug. I'm absolutely a love bug. Do you know what a chow chow is? A chow chow. No. It sounds like a nickname for a dog breed. But I'm not sure. It's a type of dong. Oh no. Men, make sure to get your chow chow checked out once a month for testicular cancer. Type of dog, a chow chow. Isn't that like a... When I think of chow chow, I think of like a small poodle type creature. Hi Sylvia, welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. Is that what it is? Is that what a chow chow is? Is it like a... Is it a small, like, poodle-esque creature? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Well, both of those are true, but in this specific example, is that what that is? I'm not sure. It's very furry and it's not small. Very furry and is not small. A chow chow. I don't know. That just sounds like a very small dog. But hey, I will look it up. Yeah. Hey, can you do some mouth sounds? It depends on the mouth sounds. I'm not about like the making the weird wet goopy mouth sounds, but I like tongue clicking stuff. I'm fine with that. A chow chow. Oh my God, I love the chow chow. Oh my God, is he beautiful? Oh, look at his fat face. He deserves so much love. Thank you for introducing. Is this a religion? I mean, I'm a pretty devout Christian, but I'm willing to convert to Chow Chowism. Wow. Oops, I just closed my fire sounds. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. No, wow, I'm a fool. Give me a second here. Yeah, but those are so cute. I love just... Man, I love that. I love that so much. Now I gotta turn my fireplace sounds back on, and now everything's kind of awkwardly quiet. We don't want that. We don't want awkward quiet. There we go. And balance has been restored. Yeah, I mean, God, I love animals. Like, how can you look at an animal and just go, man, that is not the cutest thing I've ever seen. I don't know how you do it. Hey, zombies, welcome back. Glad to see you. We were just talking about, I was introduced to possibly a top tier cute dog breed known as the Chow Chow, which looks like a chubby, large haired Shiba Inu ball of just pure love. And what else can you ask for in life other than that? That's all I want in life. I mean, what else is there in life? Like, when you really think about it, what else can you ask for in life other than love from an adorable creature? I can't think of anything personally. I mean, yeah, sex is cool and all, but have you ever bonded with a dog you met at someone's house and they won't leave your side because they love you? That's what love is. That's what love is. That's what true happiness is. And I stand by that. Yeah, my God. Don't you just love living? I love living. There's so much to experience. There's so much out there. Like, my God, I could not deal with a mopping dog. A mopping. Is it moping or mopping? I'm not. Is mopping dog a thing? Am I just? Do I think I know so much about dogs, but I don't know these terms? A mopping dog. Oh, like golden thoughts for today. You're right. A mopping dog. You mean like the real long-haired, like Commodore dogs, like the ones that look like big mops? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay. I think they're cute, but I feel bad for them because they gotta carry all that around, and I can't imagine it's easy to see. I'm sure it's hot. You gotta clean them. I can't imagine it's good for them as much as it's even good to look at. You know what I mean? But they must stink. I'm sure they do. And then they have to take a bath, and then they can't see what's going on. And oh man, I'll tell you what though, if I found one that I really liked, I'm sure I would love him. I think I'd probably keep his hair kind of short so that way he'd be okay. I don't want him. Because think about this. You take your little dog who's got his long hair, and you take him out into the forest or the woods to play, and he runs around for 5 minutes, and he comes back with sticks and bugs and grass and leaves in his hair, and he's a mess. You gotta take him home, and then he does the doggy shake, and all of his all the gross stuff that was in his hair is now on your walls, and it's adorable. But I feel like that'd be very high maintenance, and I'm not about that. But I will still love him till the end of time. It's just work I might not want to get into unnecessarily. I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna get something to drink. I have a pop right here next to me. But for those of you who are new, I've already shown this off a lot of times, but I do woodworking in my free time, and I made this mug. I didn't make all of it. The actual mug part of it was a toy barrel from Hobby Lobby. I stripped all the paint off of it and the other stuff on it. And I burnt it with a torch. And then this handle, though, I did make completely from scratch. Let me focus my camera so you can. Oh, no, almost there. Okay, this handle that I made is completely hand carved off of a tree, off of a branch, and I burnt that as well. Sanded it down to fit my hand, and yeah, and I soaked it in coffee. That's how it's got this nice brown tint to it. So I love doing stuff like that. But yeah, I've shown it a couple times, but if you haven't seen it, I thought I'd share. My aunt has a miniature Schnauzer and Chihuahua mix, and it's very ugly. Sounds like the dog for me. I love ugly dogs. I have 3 dogs: a Chow Chow, a German Shepherd, and an Australian Labradoodle. I don't know if you were here. I love you, Colorful. But we were just talking that I have a German Shepherd puppy. Well, she's not a puppy. She's like a year and a half, but she's still a puppy to me. We have a German Shepherd, Hound, Pit Bull mix that lives at the house, and it sounds like a ferocious and terrifying breed. But my God, is she just the cutest thing you'll ever see in your entire life. I mean, she is just the most lovely thing ever. Her face is like all full of hound, like her cheeks drop to like here, and her coat is entirely German Shepherd, and she's got a little pit bull in her nose. But she is just the sweetest dog in the world. She is so cute. She is energetic. She's fun. She's calm. She, depending on the mood of the day, she fits any criteria. If you're looking for a dog that's a lap dog, she's a lap dog. If you're looking for someone who will beat you in tug of war, she will do that. She will run with you. She'll just do whatever she feels like at the time. She is just a gift to humanity. And we love her at the house. She is well taken care of, and she is well loved. Absolutely. I'm going to mute my mic while I open this can of pop so it is not tremendously deafening. If you want a lap dog, get a Chow Chow. You will get hot after a while. I believe that. They look like they store a lot of heat. I absolutely love lap dogs. I love big lap dogs, dogs that don't know how unbelievably large they are and how unbelievably fat or heavy they are, and then they just cuddle up next to you like nothing, right on top of you like they are just a little tiny dog. They're really fun to play with too. God, I love animals. They are just everything right with the world. If dogs were intelligent enough to understand politics, I would vote a dog in for president and Congress, VP, Speaker of the House, First Lady, House of Representatives. I would have them all be dogs because I trust their judgment, because they understand the simpler things in life. Sure, there's taxes and education, but what do dogs know? Cuddle time, playtime, and sleep, and treats. And I don't understand why we put all these things ahead of those 4 very important essentials. And I think that's the key to American success is how dogs view it. I think that's so important. And I would gladly vote a dog into office. So I'm going to vote for my dog in 2020. Absolutely. So, Libby 2020, and I'll drink to that. But yeah. Love dogs. I wanted to get a bird for the longest time, but the issue with that is my parents and family were not in agreement with getting one. I mean, they were not having it at all. I mean, we had, you know, we had looked into it, and they were like, yeah, no, no, like they're too noisy, and they're kind of tricky to handle, and they poop everywhere. And I was like, well, yeah, who doesn't poop everywhere? I poop everywhere, but you still love me, kind of. You know, who will be the first gentleman when Libby is president? I want a bear, to be honest. I want a bear too. That'd be awesome. Who will be the first gentleman when Libby's president? If my dog finds a nice dog that she is willing to lead a country with, I will gladly vote him in as the first president. CBT is pretty pog, if you ask me. Hey man, I will never judge what you're into. And if that is pretty pog, then I will pog for you. I mean, poggers in the chat for CBT, guys. If that's what you want, I'm happy for you. But back to dogs and animals. I haven't played in a while, but we had a bunch of my friends. We played D&D, and we had a pretty we have this big idea for this campaign we're doing. And every time I would play in a game, no matter what, there would always be one person in a game who would want to, bring a pet with them, and it'd be a whole thing to do. All right, everyone, we need to listen, because Frogmaster is back. Frogmaster 33 has returned, and he has spoken more wisdom upon us today, in the word of frogs. Frogmaster, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure, Frogmaster. It's always a pleasure. And I'm just always grateful to have you here. So, pogs in the chat for Frogmaster. Let's hear what he has to say. Frogmaster, the floor is yours. The world is listening, and we are ready to hear your guidance, your wisdom, and overall your stance. So Frogmaster, if you would take the floor, we eagerly wait your words of wisdom as your disciples, as your tadpoles, in this world that we call yours. So, what would you like to share with the stream? Because we're listening. We have time, don't worry. Anything at all, Frogmaster? Yes. Frogmaster, that's what I needed to hear today. I needed to hear Kermit. Because, you know what I think you're saying to me? I think you're saying that I need to Kermit to life. And you're right. Gay and trans rights. You didn't like the Kermit pun, or you're just saying no to gay and trans rights? Well, Frogmaster, if that's what you wish, then I'm listening. And I support you. Because Frogmaster, at the end of the day, you know more than I do. You are the master of frogs, and frogs have been known for their large amounts of wisdom. So thank you. Thank you for stopping in and sharing this incredible wisdom with us. I've been lost without the words that you bring. It's always a pleasure, Frogmaster. Is there anything else you'd like to say while you're here? I mean, you could stay as long as you want. You're always welcome here. Mon stream is it to stream. Hey, if Frogmaster said it, not me. But yeah, oh my, speaking of frogs, that reminds me. When I used to go to a Christian academy way back when I was in elementary school. And in elementary school, we had a guy. We were doing a fundraiser at my school, and we wanted to find a way. Only if they believe in the Lord. We wanted to find a way to raise money. So, of course, being in a rather rural farm town, how else does one raise money for the school other than selling tadpoles to the other kids? And that's what we did. He came to school with a big tank that, of course, his mom brought, as we are in 4th grade, or probably like our 1st grade. And he brought them in, and somehow, some way, the school allows a 2nd grader to bring in with his parent a ginormous tank of tadpoles. And this kid brings this ginormous tank of tadpoles, and we start selling tadpoles to 3rd, 4th, 5th graders to take home to their parents. And we raised like $70 selling tadpoles for like a quarter a piece, and like getting them like little, I don't know if you don't feed tadpoles or anything, but I think like when they grew up into frogs, you could buy the food for them, and somehow we created this perfect capitalistic empire in the 2nd grade of selling tadpoles. But I don't know how, because we went to a fairly Christian school, so somehow it was very strict Christian school. So it was a uniform. Couldn't have, men couldn't have hair beyond a certain length. Women had to have it, and it was just ridiculous. But I don't know how in the world that happened. We let a big old tank of dirty tadpoles in our classroom, and it was all we talked about for weeks. But Frogmaster brought back a memory for me, and I appreciate that. And I also see we are having a religious debate in the comments, which every time that I think of relaxing at night, I always look up ASMR, gay and trans rights religious debate. And that always seems to calm me down, and put me in a mood where I just, I want to sleep. This is what I want to, it's just really soothing for me. I'm kidding, obviously. But yeah, thank you, Frogmaster, for bringing back a memory. And I think we talked last time you were here, Frogmaster. You used to, let's see how good my memory is. You used to have a lot of frogs and reptiles, but you don't anymore? Is that correct? Am I correct under this memory that I'm pulling from the back of my head, or am I just crazy? I could be crazy, Frogmaster, because I've always been a little crazy. As you can see, he remembers. I always remember, Frogmaster. Anything for you. Absolutely anything for you. Like 20 frogs, no reptiles. I don't know why I don't know why reptiles was something that I seem to have remembered, but I guess I was wrong. But yeah, I remember you saying something, I asked you, I was like, so does that mean you have frogs? You're like, well, I used to. But cool. Wow. I'm glad I remembered. That makes me happy. Alright, cool. I love that. I think we all had someone in school. I don't know about you guys, but every time, I went to a I did 2 years of high school, and then I did 2 years of a vocational high school for like job preparation and skills training. And in both of those, I had a guy who was big on reptiles. And let me find my earbuds. Sounds good, buddy. But I had a guy who was both big into breeding reptiles in the one, and frogs and all that, and snakes. And then in the other, my other vocational school, we had a guy just like that as well. And you always find that one person. He still does it. He breeds and he sells, and he's so cool. I mean, he's just so nice with the animals, and he's shown me some pictures, and it's a very cool thing. Is it something I would do? No. Like I said, I'm not really big into reptiles. I mean, I respect anyone's wishes and dreams and their passions. Like, I'm all about that, of course, but yeah, not my thing. But I love animals, and I think they're cute. I've really never seen any reptiles that I was like, oh my god, he's so cute, I have to have him. I'm sure they exist, and I'm sure there's like a really friendly reptile out there, who is like a dog. I don't think there is, but I'm sure there might be, and that would change my mind. But as of now, I don't know of any. But if I found one, I would be willing to give him a chance. Because he deserves a chance. He deserves all the love. But yeah, you gotta love animals, man. I think instead of more people on the planet, we just need more animals. We need more dogs. I can't think of his name. They're in America. They have obviously the presidential election and the debates, but they also have another debate that is for candidates who are either not popular at all or comedians for political stuff. And I can't is his name Kenneth Supreme? Oh, I want to say that's his name. I don't know why I remember that, but I almost swear. No. Oh, something Supreme. Supreme. I know Supreme is in his name. Vermin Supreme. If you want to see a hilarious man, there is who is a man, he has a boot on his hat. He's a political man. He believes that when he is signed into office, he will first sign an executive order making sure every United States citizen has a pony in the household. He wants to guarantee ponies. He wants to guarantee ponies for every American citizen. He's pledging. Let's look at his policies here. What is this, a podcast? Okay, here we go. So let's read through Vermin Supreme's policies if he would be elected. Mandatory toothbrushing to combat the moral. And let me get like real serious about this. let me just move this over here. To combat the moral and oral decay of this great nation, President Supreme will sign a declaration of war on plaque, and citizens will be required to submit to regular inspections of their gum lines. So that's a big stance. We love to hear that. So let's take a look at our next one here. Zombie power. This is Vermin Supreme. These are his stances. It it is vitally important to Vermin Supreme that we ensure a beautiful and healthy world for our ponies in the future. To do so, Vermin Supreme will do away with the widely used sources of energy that are detrimental to pony habitats. They will be replaced with the infinite, renewable power supply of zombies. This is a man who cares about our environment. I mean, look at that. That's really good to hear. So instead of concentration camps, he wants fun concentration camps. There will be no wall. Instead, there will be a large moat dug under every newly erected official Vermin Supreme camp and Pony Ranch. The water will be known as the Border and the Lazy River, an immigrant checkpoint. Very cool. He wants immigrants in here, but make sure the immigrants have ponies too. I mean, this guy is, wow, what a great guy. Vermin Supreme will also grant wishes by implementing the absolute free federal pony identification program, the AFPIP for short. The first step will be to make ponies very small. The next step will be implemented when tiny ponies are universal. Our universal pony ownership has been achieved. I mean, how can you not vote for this man? And then the next one is kangaroo courts. So Vermin Supreme will redefine crime as any act that disagrees with, denies, or otherwise opposes vermin's freedoms, including to, or not limited to, riding or traveling without your pony, or not flossing your teeth, or any act that causes harm to another person or people. I mean, this man is a serious candidate. I mean, after reading that, how can you not go to the polls and vote for him? I mean, I'm sold. I'm casting my ticket right now. I think he has a lot of promise. Anyone else? Is anyone down for Vermin Supreme 2020? Because that's what I'm about. That's what I want in life. Yep. Alright, that's good. Nah, I'll pass. Both very fair opinions. So apparently he is both a politician and a performance artist. So obviously, his ideas are not real, but they're pretending to be, We need the ponies. I would be very happy with the pony, but a very small pony like he was talking about. Do the funny lip man. You need a comma in that sentence to make it make any sense whatsoever. Because if you're demanding that I do the funny lip man, that might not be a fun thing. But if I'm supposed to do the funny lip man, I don't know what the funny lip is. BRB, alright, see you in a second, silent shot. And if I'm supposed to do the funny lip man, I don't know what the funny is, and am I lip man? You're stalling. Pathetic. I don't know what you're asking me to do. Zenotha. I don't know what you mean. And if I'm reading the sentence as do the funny lip man, what would you classify as a funny or the funny under your guidelines of humor? Because I think that is an important characteristic as to the funny. I'd grab whipped cream and pie myself, but I don't have any whipped cream. We ate all the whipped cream. And I wish I was kidding. I did eat all the whipped cream. We had like 3 cans of it, and I just love whipped cream. You go to the fridge at like 3 a.m, grab a snack. Oh, whipped cream. Put a little in your mouth. Yeah. Go in the cabinet, grab a cookie. Oh, whipped cream. Put a little in your mouth. Wake up, have a bowl of cereal, put the milk away. Oh, look, whipped cream. And before you know it, you've eaten an entire can of whipped cream in like a couple days. And it's honestly sad. I think that needs to be on the ballot. You know, whipped cream for every American. I wonder. We have the tax dollars for that, I think. We should have the tax dollars to provide whipped cream for every American. I mean, would the world not be a better place? I mean, Michelle Obama would not be about it. I mean, that woman took away my school lunches. She doesn't want me to have whipped cream. I mean, I want me to have whipped cream. You can use it as a weapon. You can shoot it, it will explode. What am I talking about? Who am I? What is life? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Cool. I'm just making sure everything is working properly. But yeah. I have this thing I made today. There is this little, it's kind of silly, but it's this little, you can have like a little pet, like this guy right here. I made a little squonk little boy, but he's just crying. And the only way to make him happy is to like donate and stuff. But that's weird, because I don't want to look at I don't want to look at a little crying rhino all day and force people to donate. That's stupid. I wanted to keep him. I was like, I thought he'd be like, you know, I'm Squonk, but he unfortunately just sits there and cries. Sarah McLaughlin had asked. Well, honestly, that's not very funny or nice. No, you made Squonk cry. See your comment right there? You're making Squonk cry. It's people like you that make Squonk cry. Now you have to donate to make him feel better, so I don't make the rules. No, but I'm gonna get rid of Squonk. I don't know. I'll keep him in the corner, but I don't want to see him cry. No one wants to see Squonk cry. This is extortion. No. It's just facts. Liberal. No, but I wish there was a way that you could Cowboys at 15. I don't even know. I don't know what Cowboys at 15 means. Cowboys for days. Oh, you're a Cowboys fan. Gotcha. See, I'm a Browns fan, and I watched my Browns destroy the Cowboys last week. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you seen Phasmophobia? Phasmophobia? By 1. It was not by 1. It was by 30. It was like by 8 at the end. Go Browns. But I respect all football teams, because I understand loyalty. I'm a Browns fan. I know what it's like to be tortured. Look it up. Yeah, the final score wasn't by 1. Final score was 8. Yeah, or it was 11. 49-38 Cowboys. But I respect your team. Okay, GG. GG gamer. But oh my god, I don't want to look at this little man cry. It makes me sad. Look at him. I'm gonna get rid of him. I'm sorry, buddy, but you gotta go. Yeah, the Cowboys brought it within 3. That was the closest that the game was, towards the end. But then there was a 50-yard run by Odell Beckham Jr., and then they blocked the kick and then recovered their own blocked kick in the end zone, which gave them 2 points. And then Denzel Ward picked off Dak Prescott on the 15-yard line to seal the game. But yeah, I'm back. Welcome back, Silent Shot. It's good to have you. Let's talk about not sports or politics. Let's talk about something nice. What should we talk about? What is a nice conversation that can be had? Like a phasmophobia. See, I'm gonna look this up, and I'm gonna be very sad with the result in which I find, because I feel like it's going to be. Oh, it's a game. What is phasmophobia? Or is there a game called Phasmophobia? Interesting. The fear of ghosts, phasmophobia. Fear of mirrors, and I should get the gang and play it. It's a game, nothing weird. Well, you know, I can never trust phobias, because there are some strange phobias. Phasmophobia. Alright, let me see the game. Oh, it's $14. Okay. Psychological horror. I am bad at horrors. I am a little baby boy. Oh, okay. It looks kind of cute. In the scary pee myself type of way. Basically, you hunt ghosts. Ooh, okay. So like Luigi's Mansion, but I get scared and Luigi doesn't make funny noises with a cute ghost dog. So this is Phasmophobia, is a 4-player online co-op psychological horror. Exactly, but in HD. I always have wanted to see. Luigi in 4K. Do you actually believe in ghosts? I myself do not believe in ghosts to the extent that some people do. But that's a topic for another day. I'm sure that's an 8-hour conversation. I'm sure. You can choose a sports team by monitoring the locations with CCTV, motion sensors from the safety of your truck. Oh, is this the one where like someone is in the truck and they're watching the cameras and they have to radio it to the other people? Okay. Heck yeah. Alright, maybe we should look into this. Yeah, maybe it's only 4 players though, is that correct? It's like that Bigfoot game. Oh. It's like the Bigfoot game, but with ghosts. I thought you said the Bigfoot game, and I was like, I don't know what the Bigfoot game is, but I don't want any part of that. I'm gonna head off for the night, getting kind of late. I respect that, brother. You have a nice sleep, and I hope to see you another time. Yeah, this looks kind of dope. It's made by, all the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. So it's only one guy. This one comment says, I was being chased by the ghosts. I hid in the closet. I had to fart. My mic picked up the fart. I died. Wow. That is sad. Poor guy. Rest in peace for that guy. Imagine being that guy in real life. You know, imagine like being hunted down and don't lie, that was your review. That would be my review. Imagine running away from ghosts and you get away and you had mom's favorite or famous white chicken chili last night, and the only thing separating you and the ethereal plane of existence is a single bowel. This is bowel pressure that you were forced to set free. Imagine that being the way you die. You know, I'm sure that the newspaper would make it sound like you died a heroic death, but no, you just farted because your mom put too many beans in the chili. And now I am dying for chili. I need chili so bad right now. There's a restaurant near my house called Chowder's who has this just delicious white chicken chili. I mean, well, now I'm mad because I can't get chili unless I go to Wendy's. And is Wendy's 24/7? I'm assuming they close at some point in time. Yeah, they're closed. Damn it. Because they have good chili. Here's a hack for all you fast foodies out there. Get a bowl of chili at Wendy's and an order of Baconator fries. You eat half the chili and you eat half the fries, but leave some cheese and bacon bits in the Baconator fries. You then take your bowl of chili and you take the Baconator fries and you put the Baconator fries in the chili and you stir it around and you wait like a couple seconds for the chili to absorb into the fries, and you eat that baby with a fork, and it is better than drugs. I mean, that is my heroin. That is my Mary Jane, my grass, my weed. It's so good. Wendy's chili has sand in it, man. Nuh-uh. My mom said that it doesn't, so they don't. My mom works with someone who used to work at Chili's 30 years ago, and she said they don't, so you're lying. I'm going to ask Wendy tomorrow. Me and Wendy go way back. Literally, I mean, she's 108 years old, I think. Wendy is. My mom owns Wendy's and she said no. Well, that's not true because my mom wouldn't lie. So, and my mom said that she has a coworker that said that it doesn't, and my mom wouldn't lie to me because she's my mom and she loves me. And she buys me snacks and she wouldn't lie to me. So I know for a fact that your mom must be a liar then, because there's no way. I trust my mom. But, man, the majority of my paycheck, goes to food. Like, I don't make a lot because I work part-time and I'm a student, and I volunteer a lot, and I have the majority of my time going to other things other than working. So some weeks I work 20 hours a week, other times I work 5. But I'd say 45 to 50% of my paycheck goes to food. I mean, I just love food. Food is all I need. Food and animals, like a nice dog, a nice bowl of chili, something nice to watch on TV. Maybe a House MD marathon with my dog and a bowl of chili with Baconator fries and a Jamocha shake and a McRib and some fries from Rally's. And I'm good to go. That's all I want. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back, new pug who dis. We missed you. And all your knowledge on dogs and pugs alike. But yeah, we were talking about food. We got off the topic of animals, and now we're on food. And if Wendy's was open, I would be considering pausing the stream to drive to get Wendy's to get the chili, but they're closed. And I don't want them to reheat chili because they ain't making chili fresh, and they ain't making chili fresh at this point in time in the day. Which is fine. I don't expect them to make an entire new batch of chili for me, but but it's like a guy has needs. I have needs. I need chili. Is that too much to ask for? Is it too much to ask for a large-lipped man at various times of the day, wanting a bowl of chili. Is that too much? Am I asking too much? I don't think I am. I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that my needs can't be met. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. And I stand by those words. But yeah. I have been trying to be cautious with money, but fortunately, my money situation is going to change. Because I am a full-time streamer, and as you can see up at the top here, I've made, where's my finger? I've made $1. And I don't want to flex on you guys, but that's $1 more than I've ever had. So that's a big deal for me. So that's the one reason why money problems are good. My other reason is I got 2 promotions in 2 days at work, which is awesome. I officially got the role of student leader, which at my television station, which is like $1 pay raise. But they just created another position for me. So I'm going to be an engineer, like a lower level engineer. Obviously, since I'm a student, I can't be a full-time engineer, but it's just another part-time position. So I'm getting another raise and a lot more hours. So hopefully that should be a nice source of hours and look really good on a resume. But, we will see. But yeah, pretty exciting. Hopefully I will have more money to then spend on food. Because what else is there to spend money on other than food? More Wendy's. See, Sylvia gets it. More Wendy's. I love Wendy's fries, but you have to have them when they're fresh, because after like 20 minutes of sitting out, it's like, I don't want these anymore. I love their sea salt fries. Like, their sea salt is just to die for. Just absolutely to die for. But Wendy's food tastes like cardboard. Well, this is a comeback in which I learned from the ancient monks as I studied with them for years. But they told me if anyone is to ever disrespect the food I enjoy, I was supposed to reply with "Yo mama" in these nuts, and that should completely and utterly destroy the mental capacity of my opponent. So, yo mama, these nuts. So get wrecked. And no, it doesn't. I love Wendy's food. Their new pretzel bun burger is reduced to atoms. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's absolutely what I thought. But I like their new pretzel bun burger. Is just, oh my god, it's so good. It's just so good. It's so good. And if they were open, I'm not kidding, I would be considering just yeeting on out of here and just going to get Wendy's, because my god, do I love Wendy's. If I could like stream on my phone and like hook up a lavalier up to my phone and just talk with you guys on my phone and like get Wendy's with me, I would be doing that. Or getting some food. With Rona going on. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I know a lot of things aren't open as late, which is unfortunate, but some things are kind of getting better. So, there's a 24-hour Wendy's not far from me, I'm pretty sure. That sounds pretty good, actually. 24-hour Wendy's. Let me see. I'm gonna call sus on that, but I'll look it up. Let me see. I'll check Wendy's. And if you're wrong, I'm gonna nay on you. There are some 1 a.m. Wendy's, but I'm not seeing any 24-hour Wendy's. I don't know. I checked my Snap, and even though you told me that there is a 24-hour Wendy's in Fremont, I looked it up, and it appears that you were wrong. And just get nated on. I don't want to have to say my comeback again, because I don't want to reduce your atoms into smaller atoms. Nay before you get a whooping. Nay before you get a whooping. That is by far one of my favorite memes of all time, and I will cry laughing every time. There are a couple of memes that I cannot live without. Nay before you get a whooping. Put it in reverse tear. I love put it in reverse tear. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. That is when Terry, an African American man in a wheelchair, lights the firework, and he can't figure out how to move his wheelchair away from a firework that is going off. And the man is like, "Get out of the way, Terry. Terry, move. Terry, put it in reverse, Terry. Oh, God, Terry, put it in reverse." He's just getting lit up by fireworks. He can't find the button to move out of the way. Oh my God, I love put it in reverse, Terry. That's such a good one. What else is there that I love? What else? Oh my God, there's so many classics I can't even think of. I'm mad. No, I can't think of them. We need to just do a meme review stream sometime where just send in memes and we'll just do like a meme review. That'd be all. I'd love that. Like the PewDiePie meme review, or like the Ben Shapiro meme review. Hardly. Barley. We played this Jackbox. I think it was Jackbox 4. Jackbox 4 with some friends. And they have a rap battle one. And bless his heart, Max doesn't understand how the game works. And he's not the best lyricist. And you have to put in like adjective and noun, and you do that, and then it says now write a line that rhymes with said adjective and noun. So he didn't quite get that. So if I'm not mistaken, his rhyme was like, "My rhyme's so good, they be looking like barley," and then for 3 seconds of silence, then it just goes, "barley," and I was bawling my eyes out, because like it's this epic, rap beat in the background. It's like, "Yeah, my rap's so good, you'll be burning like barley. Hardly." And bless his heart. Poor boy doesn't know what's going on, but that was one of the funniest things I've seen. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's funnier than Pickle Rick. And Pickle Rick is the funniest shit I've ever seen. He literally turned himself into a pickle. And there's nothing funnier than Pickle Rick, so I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just kidding. Funny joke. Uh, but we at work today, we were taking apart an old computer, that one of the big old heavy Macs, the old towers, and I had to take out these 4 hard drives that were in it. They were like 500 megabytes or a gigabyte, like 500 gigabytes, I think is what they were, 500 gigabyte hard drives. And I pulled out, it takes forever to pull out. We pull them out. I get them unscrewed, cleaned up so they can be put into readers. And I talked to my engineer or my general manager. I was like, hey, these are kind of dirty. He was like, I got a pressure washer in the room. Well, I'll get these cleaned off. And let me remind you, these are 10-year-old hard drives with a bunch of important files on them, and we needed to get all the files off of them before we get rid of the equipment. So he brings it into the engineer's room, and he sets it down, and he turns on the pressure washer, and he presses the button, and it just spurts out like a good 3 cups of water into the hard drive, on top of the hard drive, in the cracks, just full blast condensated water, all over the hard drive. And he just turned the hard drive off, and it was like, I'm done for the day. I'm done. I've had it. It was a Thursday. You know, Thursdays where it's like, you just want it to be Friday, but there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, that's how it felt literally all day today. It was like, can it literally just be Friday? That's all I'm asking for. But, oh my god, that was just the absolute best. It was so funny. On top of that, what I had done all day today was clean up stuff from the late 90s, early thousands that we had ordered. We had like 700 CDs of a show we did in the thousands that nobody watched, but we had money, so we bought more CDs. And I was cleaning those out. What we also had was 2,000 unmade cardboard boxes that you had to make by yourself. You had to fold them right and glue them together. I don't know why we would order them when we don't need that many boxes. We had at least 1,000. I had to move all of them from the upstairs loft, downstairs, outside, into the garage or the recycling bin, depending on, we were getting rid of some and keeping others, but it was like, why in the world would you do, like, so we did that all day, and it was just, oh my god. Unbelievable. It was just, it was a Thursday. But how was everyone's Thursday? Did everyone have a good Thursday? Because Thursdays are, a day that goes unrecognized. Sylvia, how was your Thursday? Zenitha, New Pug, Who Dis, Silent Shot, everyone who's listening. How was your Thursday? That's an important question. So I can take a sip of my cherry Coke. I was in a train. What did I do? Yes, that's the question. What did you do? How was the train? I'm assuming that's just how you travel in Poland. Were you in a train for a long time? Doing anything fun on this train? I've never been on a train. Yeah, for like 4 hours. Oh my god, that's gross. I hate that. I'm sorry. That sounds rewatched Hereditary. Oh, I've never heard of that. But 4 hours on a train sounds not fun. But at least you had something to do. That's important. That's really cool. I've never been on a train. I've never been on a plane. I've been in an automobile, but trains, where I live at, moving by train commercially is not something that happens. It's just not a thing. Not it is, I'm sure, somewhere in Ohio, but in terms of like common, it's not a common thing. Typically, it's moving grain and moving other resources such as. So, but yeah, never been on a train, but it doesn't sound like fun because it's like a long car ride with other people that you don't know and are scared of, and they smell, I'm assuming. Like I said, I've never been on a train. And now I'm back in Krakow. Krakow? Krakow? Krakow. Might get katsu curry later. That sounds good. I like curry. I'm not a big fan of the basketball player curry, but the food is good. I see more trolleys and trains here. Yeah, I guess. There are some, but when compared to like New York or San Francisco, there's a couple that way, and big cities like that where they're loaded, like Ohio, that we have cars and tractors, and most Ohioans get around on their own personal tractor that's been state issued. So we typically hop on our tractors wherever we're going, and if we want to show off to the neighbor's farmer's daughter, then we actually get in our cars. Our trucks. The state mandated that all of our trucks be painted with the American flag. So that's like a big sign of courting. That's how we court women in Ohio. Is we get in our show American flag trucks. That's typically how it works. And people say we don't have culture in America. What are you talking about? Farnell? Me and my homies hate Farnell. JD Gang? I have no are you referring to Hereditary? The show? Or are you just going on a rampage about Farnell and JD Gang? Tractors. Do I look like I know tractors? Oh, JD is John Deere. I don't know. I never heard of Farnell. Farmall? Yeah. I've never been in the tractor, which really ruins the joke. Case sucks too. They're all show, no substance. What is happening here? Tractors are happening here. Yeah, at Otsego we had Bring Your Tractor to School Day, which was just a sad display of the people that I went to school with. But I know nothing about tractors, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. And then you got an Alice Chambers, and you're living fancy. Get an Oliver and you're a legend. No. I will be a legend in my own way by crying in the corner of the room when something gets done. Also, I have been watching, for the first time ever, I started watching Avatar. I've never seen Avatar. My parents thought it was witchcraft when I was growing up, and they didn't want me watching all that. But I started watching it now because I'm strong and independent and I can do what I want. I genuinely enjoy it. I was afraid, since it's a Nickelodeon show, it was going to be very, like, just, childish and really silly and lack of, I don't know. I'm just really impressed with it. It's very well spaced out. I am on season 2, episode 14. Let me see exactly where I think that's exactly where I'm at. Yeah, let me see. I love it so far. Season 2, episode 17. I genuinely enjoy. I like the animation style. I think they do a really nice job of pacing out the story. I don't have any major complaints with it. My only complaint is that they change a character's attitude per episode to better fit the narrative of what's happening. Like, don't watch Legend of Korra. Trust me, it's not worth the time. Yeah, I feel like that's like a Naruto Boruto thing. Like Naruto was huge, and then they made a second one about the generation after them. And the only reason people watch Boruto is because they want to see the older people. They want to see the older people now in a different light, but it's the Captain Marvel of oh no, Avatar: The Last Airbender. No one liked Captain Marvel. No one liked Captain Marvel. No one liked Captain Marvel. But yeah, I don't know. That's whack. I've never been a big fan of shows that ended. I've never been a big fan of shows that ended, and then wait a minute. I have an idea. Let's take this show that was good and people genuinely enjoyed and would be sad if it ended, and we'll take it and we're going to ruin it with a brand new story with different writers, and then we'll make it so they'll never love it again to make money. That's what Boruto did. I mean, I like Boruto because I get to see the characters that I watched 4,200 episodes, I get to see it pay off, like what everything was for. What I don't like is the characters. I don't like the plot. I don't like most things about it. I think it's okay, but it's not it's just so bad. That's what Legend of Korra did. Yeah, I believe that. People will do anything for money. Anything just to. It's so silly. It's. People just can't have any, y'all can't just have anything good. You just gotta ruin it, It's bittersweet because with Boruto, you watch it, and because you see this, you watch the show with Naruto, and then you watch Naruto Shippuden, and it's like a combined total of 1,500 episodes, just this huge amount, and then you get to the end, and it ends, and you're like, wow, look, Boruto has a family. Boruto has this, he has that. It's like, wow, what a great ending. And you go, yeah, what a great ending. Man, that really ended nicely. And then they're like, but what if everything they fought for comes crumbling down? Well, why? Well, to make more money, we made 600 more episodes about time in 30 years where their kids are grown up and lesser versions of them with the same plot development and the same powers but different for more money. It's like, well, no, I don't want that. And it's like, are you gonna watch it? Maybe is it gonna be good? No. Oh, okay. Why would I watch it then? Because we're gonna put the grown-up version of the characters you loved in there, and you can watch them, and it's like they never left. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it's like you have to sacrifice, the nice memory of them you had to then have a different writer have their own take, and it just sucks. It's just bad. Sword Art Online got another season. Oh my god, just let Sword Art Online die. Sword Art Online, the first season was really good. I really liked the first season. They did a really good job with it. It should have ended with the first season. But my issue is, I haven't seen Sword Art Online in 5 years, so I don't know if I am accurately depicting what happened. So, from what I remember, oh no, they're stuck in a video game, and the guy's evil, and you have to beat the game to get everyone out, and if you take your headset off, you die. So, the way the game, the book ended, the story was supposed to end, was they beat the game, oh, it's so cool, they get out, and then they meet each other, and then, that's the end of that arc. Well, from what I understand, in the second season of Sword Art Online, there's Elfhelm Online, which is like, oh no, but he really didn't beat the game because she's still stuck in there, and that never happened in the book. So they completely wrote that because they wanted another 6 episodes, so they made all of that up to extend the season out, and it just, one season of the show was good. I liked the second arc with not Elfhelm, but I liked the shooting one, the gun, whatever. That was kind of cool, with the guy who shoots people in the game and they die in real life. That was kind of cool, but let it die, My favorite movie sequel story is with Happy Feet. When they did Happy Feet 1, and Happy Feet, the movie, is very simply a one movie thing. It's a movie about a penguin. Instead of singing, he tap dances. That's it. That's the movie. Like, that's all that you have. And then they said, no, do it again. And then they wrote this really not great script and story for Happy Feet 2. And I mean, it did okay because you're not going to a Happy Feet movie to see a great story. You're going because your kids want to see penguins. And the actual director of the movie, they asked him if he would make a third one. And his exact quote was, if you held a gun to my head and asked me to make a third Happy Feet penguin movie, I would ask you to pull the trigger. And I cry every time I hear that. SuperPlays73, hello sir. Hello to you, SuperPlays73. We were just talking about ruining shows with really bad sequels or adding on spin-offs that just don't need to happen. But welcome, happy to have you. I wish more directors thought that. Yeah, I wish more directors would let art die. Sometimes art needs to be laid to rest in terms of a story. Stories need to have an ending. And what makes stories and fairy tales so exciting is that it ends. If it keeps going, you lose interest. But if there's an end, it wraps up, it cleans it up. You want more of it, but doing so ruins the idea, I guess. But like Star Wars, yeah, I think Star Wars, I go back and forth on it because there are some spin-offs that I enjoy, and then there are others where it's like, okay, now you're just milking this poor dead cow. It's just, if the movie if whatever series comes to a point where you are milking and beating a dead animal and it's run out of milk and you have nothing left to beat and it's obvious, it's time to stop milking and beating the animal. Then you have the Avatar by James Cameron, and he has the next 2 movies finished, but he still won't release them. What a loser. What a mean thing to do. The second one is coming out, though. I have never seen the live-action Avatar either, so I want to finish Avatar and then I want to watch the movie. But yeah, I generally enjoy Avatar. I will still watch The Legend of Korra because I will, and I want to hope that it's okay. I know that people hate it, but I'll give it a shot. Not the live action Avatar. Do not watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. Oh, I heard it was bad. Live action movies of cartoons are almost always bad. For example, what was that one? They did an Attack on Titan live action, and it was really bad. It was all in Japanese, obviously, and I tried to watch some of it, and it was just like, what is going on? Like, there are some things that are better expressed drawn rather than acted. I think a lot of anime and cartoons are an example of this. It's so bad. Yeah, I heard it was pretty bad. I feel like if you just watch the movie by itself and don't expect it to live up to the animated show, I suppose it could be okay. But I think a lot of people who genuinely like the series can only think of it as, what they know. So it's, like I saw The Giver, which was okay, but if you compare The Giver to the actual book, it's like that didn't happen, But if you look at it as its own thing, it's pretty good. Now you got Netflix making live action after this, I better make them all fuck each other. That's Netflix for you, man. They gotta bring sex and gender, and they have to ruin stories. They gotta, they'll make a main character. One thing I don't like about that kind of stuff is you have, the movies, Fantastic Four. So, the plot, or the story of Fantastic Four is, the Stretch dude is married to the Invisible Girl. Right. And the Invisible Girl's brother is Johnny Flame. And then you have the Thing, who is a rock man. So, Johnny Flame and Invisigirl, I think her name is Violet or something. No, it's not Violet. Is it Violet? Whatever. Invisigirl and Johnny Flame are siblings. They're both white people. In the new movie that they did of it, the live action one, Johnny Flame is black. It's like, I got no problem with diversity in movies, but why would you, it doesn't make it, it's not how that works. It's not how any of this works. I don't know. It's silly. But, hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Yeah, but Netflix, people like to, that's something I really don't like, is when, let's say I wrote a book, this really epic I write campaigns and I write stories and whatever, and I write short stories in my own time and stuff. Let's say it got big, because I had this vision in my head and I have all these characters and I spent a long time detailing it all out. And someone said, we want to make a movie out of it. And I'd be like, well, do I have a say in some of these things? And they're going to say yes, but in reality I don't. I would probably go through it because, heck yeah, I want a movie, but they're going to change my story to make it more of a movie than a book, Which sucks, but it depends how much you care about the story. I mean, do you really care that the story is portrayed as authentically as possible, or do you care about, holy crap, Lewis, I have a movie, which I guess is an important thing to worry about, but I don't know. It's a dilemma. I wouldn't mind them changing some things, but I think when you completely rechange the story and change the sexual orientation or the race or the gender of characters that were designed the way they were for a reason. It's like, well, that's not how I envisioned it, you know? I don't know. But to each their own, I suppose. It's like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Plot twist, and spoiler alert, Freddie Mercury dies. As we all know. But the way they portray the chronological order of his death, they changed so much of it. You know, I don't mean to spoil the movie. I mean, we all know how Queen came to be and all that, and the fall of Freddie Mercury and his death and everything. But Freddie Mercury died of AIDS, you know, very sad, a long time after Live Aid. He didn't really tell anyone until he really knew for sure. But in the movie, he knew before Live Aid and told his bandmates this, you know. And in the movie, they make it so Freddie's a bad guy and he caused the breakup in the band, when all the bandmates said it really didn't have anything to do with Freddie. It had to do with we just weren't getting along. And then Freddie got his record deal, you know. But I don't know. Things change, and I get that, and stories change, and you have to change things to better adapt to make them a story, like a show rather than a book. And like I completely get that. But at some point in time, you lose the original artistic nature of a storyline or characters, which is unfortunate, but it's gonna happen no matter what you do. But I guess at that point in time, you then have to separate the art being made from, you have to separate the book from the movie. You have to separate the story from the final product. You have to separate the two to, I think, fully enjoy it, I guess. But yeah, there's some movies where if you just watch it, like The Giver, like I said, if you just watch The Giver as The Giver and just as a regular movie, yeah, that's pretty good. But if you read the book and then watch the movie, you're like, that's not, nope, that doesn't make sense. That didn't happen, you know. You need to oversimplify the story sometimes for the movie, but it needs to be done. Yeah, I mean, it's very true, because in books, I mean, a book can be that thick and have all this very specific and detailed information that might make sense in terms of like imagery and foreshadowing and stuff that is important to the book. But in the movie, that's really not that big of a deal. So they can avoid it, or they can put in something else instead. And I get that. I'm a videographer. I understand storytelling. I've done short stories. I understand how to portray certain things. I don't know. Like I said, it needs to be done to make the story flow. And the biggest thing is too, you don't want to cut out your audience. You don't want to have like the Pokemon movie, right? So the Pokemon movie was cute enough with the Pokemon that anyone could see it. And they're like, oh, look at the cute Pokemon, I love that. And there were jokes in there. So like there was the extreme of, wow, cute Pokemon, I want to go see this. And the other extreme of, oh wow, look at this only hardcore Pokemon fans would understand this joke, And then in the middle they have the movie, which was very good. They made it so people who didn't know Pokemon could see it and enjoy it. They made it so people who didn't know Pokemon could really enjoy it for its authenticity of like the Pokemon. They did a good job. But you have to make sure your audience is as much as possible. You don't want to cut your audience. So and I get that too, which it's money. At the end of the day, make money. That's the whole point of a lot of the stuff, which is unfortunate, but money. That's the money talks. which is true. It's unfortunate, but it is true. New Oscars diversity regulations are so ridiculous as well. Yeah, I'm all about diversity. I'm all about, you know, people of color, of race, gender, sexual orientation. I'm all about diversity. 100%. Always. It's important. But what I'm not about is forced diversity, is when, you make, see, that's what I just said, forced diversity. Yeah, it's when you force things that it just doesn't work. It's sad. I understand the big picture of it, and I don't want to get into politics, but I understand the idea of wanting more of a certain minority group in something, but they still need to meet the requirements and regulations, and to push people who are more qualified out because of their gender or their race, like if a black woman and me, a white man, applied for the same job, she would, and if we had the same qualifications, she would get the job. If she had a little worse qualifications, she still has a leg up on me, which is unfortunate, but I don't know. I think the most qualified person should always get the job, or the most, whatever the company needs the most. And I get there's diversity regulations, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but luckily it's not my call. I don't have to be the one making the rules, so. But I'm going to, but for example, a movie set in Poland would not have a person of color because it just not really is, so it won't qualify. Yeah, I've always said, at work, we talked about this, a movie should accurately depict the group of people that are there. If they did a movie about Africa, people would be very upset if they're majority white actors. If we did a movie in Israel, I think people would be sad if, or I don't know, let me think of somewhere white. It's, Italy. If all the actors were black, it's just, it should accurately depict the area. Like in America, if we did a movie, if we, like, America as a person, we had 10 people. In a movie of America, and 10 people were to accurately depict the nationality, it would probably be like 6 white dudes, 2 black guys, an Asian, and a Mexican. I mean, in terms of like the way the diversity would break down. I mean, and then men and women would split up 50-50, whatever, and then maybe there would be one, I mean, percentage-wise, technically there would not be anyone who was homosexual, but you'd probably put one in there just to increase diversity, which is okay. I don't know, it's a whole topic, but I'm going to end the stream there. I've been talking for 2 hours, but I'm tired. Thank you for the follow, Fran Valdivia 9. Appreciate the follow. I'm streaming here and on YouTube right now. I did get Prime, so I plan on doing that from now on. Could you link the YouTube in chat real quick, Sylvia? And the Discord. If you want to check anything out there, you can always do that. But I stream on Twitch and on YouTube now. So it's cool. I'm actually streaming. I've been checking up on it to make sure it was working properly. And from what I'm seeing, it is. Thank you, Sylvia. And thank you, Sylvia. But yeah. It's been a good stream. So hopefully as time goes on, we will continue to improve, and things are just going to get better. We'll meet new people, and it will be fun. But I am going to go to sleep now, because I am tired, and I have class tomorrow, and then it's the weekend, and I have a lot of homework to do. So, oh boy, I'm on YouTube, big time. Yes, you are. You made it. But I'm going to get some sleep, so thank you guys for joining in and talking with me. I had met some new people today, which was really cool. So